English is full of words from other languages, words that have changed their meaning over time, words that are just from weird places. This is more than you needed to know about weird word origins. First up is weird itself. Weird comes from the Old English word weird, spelled with a Y, and originally meant having the ability to control destiny. The most common use of the word weird was describing the Fates as the Weird Sisters. Shakespeare used this term in his play Macbeth, which is where the word was popularized. Next up is quarantine. Quarantine comes from the French word quarante, meaning 40, and refers to how ships, if they were infected with a disease, had to stay offshore for 40 days before they were allowed to come back, hopefully to get rid of the disease. Next up is smithereens. The word smithereens comes from the Irish word smittereeny, which means little pieces. Smittereeny itself is the diminutive form of the Irish word smeodar, which means fragment. Next up, we have malaria. Malaria comes from the Latin words malaria, which means bad air, and refers to the swamps where the disease was commonly contracted because they thought the disease was being transferred by the bad air. Finally, we have tragedy. Tragedy comes from the Greek words tragos and odia. Tragos meaning goat, odia meaning song. Tragedy means song of the goat. No one is entirely sure why it gets this name, but in his 1872 book, The Birth of Tragedy, Friedrich Nietzsche, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, suggested that it comes from the chorus of satyrs in the original Greek dithyrambics, where the genre originally developed. Well, that's it for this episode of More Than You Needed to Know. If you like this video, leave a like down below, comment, leave suggestions for a new video of anything. And if you really liked it, hit the big red subscribe button right down there. Have a nice day, guys. See ya. Malaria comes from the Latin words malaria and I burped.